Hi, I'm Rihanna Amy. Today I'm going to show you how to highlight brown hair with hair dye. We're going to be doing highlights with brown hair dye, and the procedure is the same as when you're doing highlights with blonde hair dye or with bleach. You take your section and you put it in the foil to keep it segregated so it doesn't bleed all over everything else, and you apply your hair dye with a brush. Usually it's easier than with a bottle, and you make sure you get everything saturated, even those ends. Make sure you get everything nice and wet and fold it up in your foil. You're going to do the same thing all over the head, section by section, depending on how many brown highlights you want, depends on how many foils you're going to put in. And depending on how big or small you want your highlights is how big or small you take your sections. So here's our next section. And we are going to place it in the foil. And we will make sure that we saturate everything. Make sure you keep the foil tight to the scalp and pull it through everything. So we're just going to continue placing the hairs in the foil, section by section, working our way all around the head until we have foils everywhere. The application is the same. Make sure you get the foil tight to the scalp and you apply all through the body of the hair. Make sure it's all nice and covered, and make sure you keep it tight up to the scalp. Anything that has color on it needs to stay in the foil, or else it will bleed onto the other hair color, and you'll have spots or just brown where you don't want it. So everything is covered, and we fold our foil. And you fold your foil however is comfortable for you. There's no proper procedure for folding it other than keeping it nice and tight to the scalp. We're going to do this all over the head, and by the time we're done, we're going to sit for 30 minutes approximately, depending on your hair dye. It will give you the proper instructions, and then you will wash it twice, condition, and you will have brown highlights.